when you actually plug into something like that, you actually realize how much more power your speakers have, how much more oomph your speakers have, if you will. Actual $600 to like $1,000 like an iPad mixer, if you will. And the reason I say this is because once you plug in your controller into an actual soundboard, like something that's meant for to amplify sound, not amplify sound, like an actual mixer, yeah, aside from not a DJ mixer. When you actually plug into something like that, you actually realize how much more power your speakers have, how much more oomph your speakers have, if you will. So when you have this external mixer, yeah, you can work with your levels more, be it your vocals, be it your highs, your mids, your lows. You can change frequencies in it, but also more importantly too, because you can carry an iPad around, and in that iPad it shows your levels for your audio and all that, and also your notes, any notes you have for the event. So this is not something every DJ needs, but it's something that would make your sound, would amplify your sound, make it sound 10 times better, make your sound system 10 times better, but also make your workflow easier at the event. That way, if you're like 100 feet away from the DJ booth, you don't need to run back to like bring down microphones or nothing. You can literally just talk right there, put the music back up, or you need to say something else, they tell you, hey, can you announce this and that? Unmute, just say it, mute it, and then music is still playing in the background because you have everything in control from your phone or your iPad, whatever, yeah, your mobile device. So yeah, that's something I don't think every DJ needs, but it helps mobile DJs if they're in that business. It makes their life easier. As far as like what I don't know. I don't know what every DJ needs, and what was the question again? What every
All right, so what accessory every DJ should have, or what accessory?
Okay. All right, so here's a simple one: cable straps. I come from the audiovisual world. I hate when I see other DJs just pull out a Tupperware full of cables that are all like tangled up.
Okay.
That would ruin your cables very quick, especially if you're keeping them in cold storage or an environment that's not friendly to cables. Yeah, buy some straps, man. Like, keep your cables organized.
Okay.
That comes from my audio visual background. It's a pet peeve of mine, but it'll make your life so much more organized. Yeah, just some cable straps. Yeah, that's a good answer. I think. Okay. Some cable straps.
I think that's a perfect answer.
That organizes.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I feel like a lot of DJs don't have the cable. I know when I first started off, I was just like, I was like one of those guys that like threw the cables in the bag, and terrible. I was embarrassed too, pulling them out. Like, I would try to like pull them out underneath the table with the cloth over so no one sees me doing it. Like, that's how it's. Yeah, don't do it.
That's fine. It's just you want to take care of your those cables are expensive. Right. You want to take care of them. Like, those are like what, $25 a pop, give or take.
Right.
And you're carrying at least, I don't know, most DJs carry at least minimum 4 to 6 XLR cables on the minimum, and that's like $25 to $45 a piece. So yeah, just roll them up nicely and take care of them. That's all. Yeah.
No, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
So, how did you go about choosing the right speakers?
Years of experimentation and seeing what everyone used. So when I started out, when I bought my first speaker, I bought a Gemini, and Gemini used to get a lot of hate for being the low quality speaker back in like the early 2000s and late 2010s or whatever. But that speaker lasted me for 15 years. As much hate as it got, as much hate as that brand got. But yeah, so I went from Gemini, and then I got into JBL. I started using those for a little bit. Then I started doing AV work, and I got into QSC. Okay. And I started to see all these audiovisual guys use QSCs just because you could throw those things down a stairway and stairwell on it, and they're still okay. So yeah, that's kind of the go-to for a lot of audio visual companies because it's still mid-tier sound. It's still
Yeah.
mid-tier. It could take a beating, but it's also not top tier. And from there, that's from QSC. I learned of RCF, and I've been an RCF user for the past 2 years. And I don't plan on making everything I have RCF just because it's really expensive. But as far as my wedding setup, I'm sticking to RCF just because it's amazing what those things can achieve, especially with external mixer to really make them pop, if you will.